I sometimes sit and wonder about things, and I googled the crash site of the World War II bomber that my mother's brother was killed in Aviaro, Manchester. They were a twin-engine bomber with Rolls-Royce Vulture engines, which were later redesigned and made bigger, and they put 4 Merlins on, and they were going to call them Lancaster Mark IIs, but called them Manchester Mark IIs and called them Lancasters instead. But I'm not sure. I've heard the life expectancy of a Lancaster crew was only 4 missions. The average life expectancy, there were 4 missions in his flight log, and a lot of pages torn out. But whether he actually saw active service, I don't know, because the one they often failed with these engines, and the one they were bringing home had made a forced landing after a mission and been repaired, and they were bringing it back to the base. But it was actually about a mile from the base when it crashed, when it hit the ground. It was a 2-engine bomber. Would it not sort of glide the last mile to the airbase? I don't know. I've seen explanations of what happened with them, and they say that the engine components used to the engines used to blow up, and the parts used to come out through the side of the engine, through the engine cowling, and through the bomb bay and detonate the bombs. But I always thought it needed an explosive charge to detonate bombs, and that's the fuse in the bombs. So whether that would work, I don't know. It doesn't sound right, that. And how heavy would these parts be? Because they'd have to come through the casing of the engine, through the engine cowl, and then through the bomb bay, and then detonate the bombs. It doesn't sound possible to me, that. But apparently, it's all on the internet, on Google. You can Google it if you put his name in. The bomber serial numbers on and everything, and even the grave plot number that he's in. But it still puzzles me. Why wouldn't it glide the last mile to the airbase? Why did it suddenly nosedive? Surely it wouldn't be that far out of balance. The pilot would be experienced, because apparently stealth bombers and a lot of the modern fly-by-wire aircraft where you input certain control messages with the joystick on the plane, and it's then goes through a computer, and its computer controls the ailerons and the tail rudder, because apparently stealth bombers are out of balance. They're not capable of flight without that computer system. It wouldn't trim itself. You wouldn't be able to trim it well enough to keep it flying. It would stall. And apparently there's quite a few modern aircraft are like that. But if it was like that, it would explain it. But this was a World War II bomber. Why wouldn't it glide the last mile? It just doesn't make sense. He had a skill certificate like my mother, and he had a pass in Latin, and it was similar to my results on both my diplomas, my first diploma and my national. A lot of passes, a few passes, a lot of merits, and a few distinctions. I was an award-winning technician with my national. So is there something I'm missing here? It obviously wasn't stupid, but it could have been sort of drafted into intelligence or something like that. I don't know. Whether I'm backing up the wrong tree there, I don't know. But it does seem an awful waste of somebody with that level of qualifications and stuff. And he was outraged by Hitler's behaviour, and that's why he joined up. He didn't wait to be called up. He volunteered, and I've heard a lot of the bomber crews were actually volunteers. I know he was, but and my mother used to say, and on top of that, there weren't any jobs when he left school, so he didn't have much choice. That was a problem for me, but I didn't do well at school. But I underperformed at school, but did well at college in a different town, away from a bully, and the kids at school could be disruptive, because a lot of them, I believe, are celebrities' kids. I didn't know that at the time, and obviously the parents would be heavily stressed, and it impacted on them and on the other kids. I don't know, but I often wonder about why my uncle's plane went straight down, because it says in the description it impacted heavily and went nose first into the ground. I don't know. Nanny used to tell stories, but she had dementia. We're not sure. Well, that's the thing. You don't know when that's starting. And she used to say things like they were waiting. They were taking off, and the Germans shot them down. And what was the other one? I can't remember now. When the coffin came home, don't unscrew it. The lid was screwed down. They said to Nana and Grandad, don't unscrew the lid, you might get a nasty shock. What was in there, I don't know. If you hit that hard and there were bombs in, there probably was bricks or something, because there'd be nothing to pick up, would there? I don't know. But no, I often wonder about that. But I'm possibly thinking, just worrying about thinking about nothing really, because it probably did happen. And you see, sometimes you think about things and tie things together that don't work, that don't really tie together, and things like that. I don't know.